Hey everyone, Captain Beards here, bringing you another Langrisser mobile video. Let's get it. Alright guys, so in today's video, it's going to be a character guide on your boy Juggler. Now, before I get into this video, just remember everything I say in this video is my opinion. These are not facts. This is not going to be the best build for him or whatever. It's just something that I like to run on the character and that I personally feel like is just an amazing build for him. Now, I am going to go over some other builds, and I know I'm going to get a bunch of hate for the path I went, and I know a lot of people are going to be like, well, this is a million times better and stuff like that. Well, I've been playing with him all day yesterday, been playing with him all day this morning, and I feel like I like this kind of build for him. And I feel like if you're trying not to be a rune hog too much, then this will be the build to go. Now, let's get into it here. Now, I am going to be trying to bring in probably about like 2 character guides a day, bringing back some of my old character guides, just because I did remove my other channel completely because there was just a lot of problems going on with it. So I am going to be bringing some videos back. If you guys have any recommendations on any videos you want to see, please comment down below and let me know, because I do read every single comment and I do try to bring you guys that content. Like, there is a recommendation for an SR hero that I'm going to be working on and bringing a guide very soon on her. So let's get into our boy Juggler. Alright, so we're in the boy Juggler's page. Now, as you can see, he is a behemoth. Now, I'm going to explain why I did what I did in his kit. Let's go over to his upgrade class first, and then we'll come back to this page here. Alright, so I've been working a lot on my Juggler, and as you can see, I did use 2 runes on him already. I'm going to explain a couple different things you can do if you have runes for him, but if you don't, then you can just take him one straight path, and I'm going to explain this right now. Alright, so if you really want to utilize Juggler and you do not have Die Heart, then go ahead and go straight down to the Behemoth path. The reason why I say this is because you can pick up the Origins of Light buff, and you can pick up one of his strongest move, if not actually his strongest move, which is his Beast Shock. His Beast Shock is going to do 1.45 times damage. But it adds 40% of your magic defense and defense to attack, and makes all enemy units 1 block adjacent to you unable to move or guard that lasts 1 turn. Now, the pretty cool thing about this move here is this happens before entering battle, right? So if you build him high defense and magic defense, all of that magic defense and defense is going to right into his attack. So when he hits the opponent with Beast Shock, he's going to be doing a lot of damage, and I mean a lot of damage. It's really nice, the deeps you can see from this guy. Now, so if you do want to take him one path and you don't really want to invest runes on him, this is a very solid path for him. Now, if you do have Die Heart, you can actually kind of skip over this path, and if you want to take him a pure kind of tanky build, the Hydra and the Behemoth are both solid paths. There's nothing wrong with them. I feel like these 2 paths, I was reading and I was rereading and I was reading on them, and I feel like these 2 paths are absolutely clutch. A lot of people do say that the Hydra set is the better set for defense and tanking, and I can see how that is, just because looking at the rest of his moves, such as Triton, and then looking at, you know, Precaution and things like Master Vice, all this stuff are really solid moves and can really make you very beefy and hard to tank down. But when you're going in this route, do understand, guys, when you do go in these other 2 routes, you are not going to see that much deeps from your boy Juggler. His deeps are going to actually kind of tank, which does suck, but I mean, it's the price you pay. You're either going to be super tanky or you're going to be semi-tanky with a little bit more deeps, right? So that's the path I kind of went for. Now, another thing I took a look at when picking the Behemoth, right, is I looked at the Origins of Light class themselves, right? Now, if your if your Die Heart is his Cavalry state, he's blue, then you do not need to run Juggler in the Behemoth, right? Just because you don't want to have 2 blues and then you're kind of all over the place. But since my Die Heart is an assassin and I'm going to keep him there, then what I'm going to do is my Die Heart's going to be the assassin. He's going to run the fusion power buff, and my Juggler is going to be my blue, just because I want him to be a tankish blue unit with the ability to do a bunch of different things. And now looking at the other Origins of Light, yeah, there's the free unit, Gerald and Lala, whatever. You could build these guys up and they could be solid blues for you, but a lot of people have been butchering them and say they suck. I have not looked at them yet. I have not had the time at all. If you are beyond level 45, then you would know that resources are very, very, very precious, right? And then the other units, you know, you got Luna here, a solid unit, but she does not have a blue path either. She is either a flyer or an archer, so that is one thing with her. And then the rest of the units here. So this is why I chose Behemoth. Now I chose Behemoth because, one, I want to test out his Origins of Light fusion power, which is not too bad. It's a pretty good fusion power. If you can actually get a mage in your group and then have that mage hit the enemies before he attacks, it's gonna make your units do a lot more damage. They're gonna do 15% increased damage. So if you get somebody like Lana, just throw her in your party and then have her do an AoE move just to drop their health a little bit. They're gonna get 15% increased damage. Now I know Lana's not part of the Origins of Light fusion power, but that's a-okay because she's just there to drop their health below that 100% threshold. Now moving in, so I went with Behemoth. That was the first path I took, tested him out there, and I was like, man, I'm gonna have to invest some runes in this guy. If you really want to bring out his full potential, you need to invest some runes into this guy. Right now, he does start off with a very good defense intimidate, which is a passive. After taking action to decrease his defense of all enemies within 2 blocks by 15%, you're easily going to get rid of this just because you don't want to have to move to do something. You want to kind of let it just be, just let it happen. Now, if you do not have strong healers, then this move here is a very solid move, right? So let me go into this kit here, right? So let's go over his talent and then we'll go over the skills. All right, so his talent is kind of complicated for some people, but after reading it a couple times, I kind of got it. It's pretty easy to understand. All accessible landforms are regarded as planes when moving. So whenever he moves, it's going to be like he's moving on normal flat ground, which means that he has full mobility 100% of the time. Understand that. He has full mobility 100% of the time, which means as a blue unit, as the Behemoth, that 5 move space that he's going to get, he's always going to get every single time, right? And even if he's a Hydra, even if he's a Behemoth, he's going to get those full move 3 spaces, right? So I just chose the Behemoth. I get those 5 move spaces, which is pretty nice. So that's the first part of his talent. The second part is damage taken by the hero is reduced by 1% depending on soldiers missing HP. So you're going to notice this guy is a tank, but it's a little bit tricky for him because he has to have a lower HP to take less damage. Understand that, guys. Now, as you start him up, this does increase and it does make it a lot better, and I mean a million times better. But if you're not like, if you're like me and you're not a whale and you don't really care about starting up, you know, you're just kind of reserving your time and stuff like that, then just understand that less health means more damage being able to tank, right? So understand that when you put him into the battle, that first hit the enemy gets on you is probably going to do a lot, but then right after that, he's going to be able to tank a lot, which is nice. Now, on top of that, heals other friendly units after taking damage. So what this means is when he goes in and attacks, this is not going to kick off. But when he is attacked, he's going to heal all other friendly units. So all your units are going to get healed with the exception of himself. Now, the recovered HP is equal to 10% of Juggler's unit HP. Now, this is very important to understand. That's his unit HP. That is not his HP. That's unit HP. That means his soldiers, right? So if your soldiers are completely dead, then he's not going to heal you that much. But if your soldiers are alive, then yeah, he's going to get pretty good heals and it's going to be pretty nice. Now, moving into the skills here. Now with the skills, as you can see, I have a lot of hybrids here and I went and invested some runes. Now, if you're going to go that one path, the Behemoth path, which is the path I was rocking with first, then you can easily do something like this. Remove that, put on that, remove this, And then if you don't have Die Hard, then that's an easy choice. Put on the Origins of Light Fusion Power. If you do have Die Hard, then you could do something like that. Well, not that. Actually, yeah, you could do something like this right here for your tanking, right? So this is gonna make him jump in front shots and stuff like that. So this is a perfectly viable build right here. Like I said, if you don't have Die Hard, then you can swap off First Aid for the Origins of Light Fusion Power, or you can even swap off the Sacred Beast for the Origins of Light Fusion Power, depending on if you have a strong healer or not. If you don't, then you might want to run First Aid. Now, if you do want to invest in him and make him a little bit better of a build, then what you want to do is go ahead and unlock a couple of things here. Put them on right here, right? Now, let me go over this. So I went over Beast Shock already, which is his beastly move. That's his damage dealer. That's his bread and butter. Now, then there's Battle Cry. Now, Battle Cry is in the last slot. So it's in the Tiamat, whatever the heck, this dragon thing. That's in his last slot. Now, Battle Cry is before attacking, dispels one buff from the enemy, decreases enemy's attack and defense by 10%, lasts one turn. So what that means is when he goes in, and this is going to happen. This is not something that's there's a 30% chance, or no. This is going to happen. That's why I love Battle Cry. You don't have to activate it or anything, right? So before he attacks, he's going to strip a buff right off an enemy. Then he's going to decrease their attack and defense by 10%, last one turn. So that means even if he doesn't kill, they're going to do less damage and they're going to have less defense in the next turn. So, and being the behemoth that I have him at, that means his mobility is super high. That means he's going to be able to get in the opponent's face, do this really quickly, and then that's just going to weaken their state. So really nice. I love Battle Cry right now. I feel like it's a very, very powerful move. And if you want to unlock one thing all the way from his right side, Battle Cry is the way to go. With a 1 cost, it's really nice. It does suck that it has nothing for him if he's taking an attack. This is before attacking, so he has to be attacking, right? Now, do note, before attacking, right? So this is why this move is really powerful too, because it doesn't just happen after the attack. So this is not, okay, he attacks somebody, then after the attack, this kicks off. No. Before he attacks somebody, he's going to strip their buff right off of them, and he's going to decrease their attack and defense by 10%. So what that means, they're going to have 10% attack and defense less. That means they're going to do less damage. That means they're going to take more damage, right? So I definitely recommend picking up Battle Cry on this dude, especially if you want to see a little bit more deeps and a little bit more tankiness, just because of the whole breaking and stuff. Now, next move here, Triton. Now, a lot of you guys will probably be like, why did you go with Triton if you're not running a water unit? Well, because of the passive, really, and also because of what it does afterwards. Takes physical damage for adjacent friendly units when in water, converts 1.4, no, so I period that. Takes physical damage for adjacent friendly units, period. So that's going to happen regardless of whether you're in water or not. When in water, so this is when he's in water, converts 1.4 times defense into attack. So if you throw this guy into water, his defense is going to get converted into attack. He's going to be an absolute truck. He's going to hit very, very, very hard, and it's going to be pretty cool. And this is a passive, so that's not something you have to kick off. That's just a passive. Now, if you do kick it off, you get guard range increases by 2 blocks. That means he has a further guard range, and he grants water control, which means for the next 2 turns, everywhere he goes is going to be treated as water, which means that second part of the passive here converts 1.4 times defense into attack. So kicking this off with the behemoth build already means his defense is going to be converted into attack. He's going to be doing a lot of damage. He's going to be jumping in front of shots, tanking some damage. And on top of that, with the Battle Cry passive, it's just going to be very, very beautiful deeps and beautiful tankiness, right? So the build I took him is, I call it the attack defense build, right? I focused him a lot more on the attackish kind of state and less on the tankiness defense state. A lot of people are going to build him very, very, very tanky, which is very cool, and I think that's an awesome build for him. Take advantage of that HP and defense that he has, which is so nice. But I wanted to see some deeps from this guy. I wanted to make sure that, hey, I want this dude to move in there, kill a target, or at least weaken the shit out of a target, and then have somebody else like an assassin or something finish the guy off. So that's the build I went from. So going into classes here, obviously his next class is Skeletonite, doesn't matter. Soldiers. Now I have a lot of soldiers unlocked. I don't have Stone Colossus unlocked, which a lot of people say Stone Colossus is his best soldier. Now there's arguments there. They can go hand in hand. Currently I'm running the gargoyles. I feel like gargoyles are pretty cool for him, just because they do have their mobility is really good too. But when soldier HP is above 50%, attack increases by 18%. So this goes hand in hand with him, with his whole entire kit, right? So he's going to get that 18% attack increase. And then when his soldier HP is below 50%, my defense increases by 18%. So that's a really nice thing to run on him, just because it has kind of that weird defense attack kind of build. Like, hey, higher HP, more attack, lower HP, more defense. So pretty good there. Hellhound's not too bad. When attacking after battle, increases enemies damage taken within 2 blocks by 10%. I don't like him that much. I really don't, because it does nothing for you in the moment, right? When attacking after battle, increases enemies damage taken within 2 blocks by 10%. So it doesn't, yeah. Bone rhinos are never bad. They're always good. So if you want to run some bone rhinos, go for it. Skeleton warriors, yeah, they're skeleton warriors. Lobsters and all that other stuff. So I hear a lot about the lobster behemoths. Those are really good, really, really, really good, especially if you're going to run that pure water state. The stone colossuses are really good, and I feel like the gargoyles are solid too. So he has quite a few choices on his soldier choices here. Now, before I continue, guys, real quick, I'm very sorry. This is a much longer video, because this unit is extremely complicated, and it took me a moment. I mean, I stood here in front of my setup, and I was like, I was standing here for like 1 hour, just literally re-looking over the character, and it's just, this guy's hard. He's very hard to build, and it's so easy to build him the wrong way that it's kind of complex. All right, so moving into my equipment here. Now, you're probably like, damn, Beards, you went ham on those SSRs. No, I actually had these. These were spares. I did strip them off of some other characters. I think one other character, but that's because I was already changing the character's kit. So I felt like this stuff would be much better on the boy here than any other units. Now, starting from the top here, we gave him the branch. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that word. All right, Drasil branch. Defense plus 4% in battle, ignores 6% of enemies' defense. I really freaking like this. I think this is very, very nice on his kit, just because that defense plus 4% and then comboed with his other stuff that takes defense and transfers it over to attack, makes it super, super tanky and not tanky, super, super strong, because he'll be able to take his defense and then switch it over to attack and just dish out some serious damage, right? And then in battle, ignores 6% of enemy's defense. That just means he's going to do more damage. All right, then we got Ania's armor, defense plus 4%. So same thing there with the defense, and received heal effect plus 4%. That just means he's going to be able to take a lot more heals in, which is exactly what I want for him. Now, I did put on this helmet and I did level it up a bit, just because I wanted him to have some more magic defense. So he does get magic defense plus 6%. So nothing too crazy there. Like I said, I just want more magic defense from. Now this one I'm thinking about changing, not too sure yet. It's in the works, right? This is Elven Belt. When attacked with a ranged attack, defense and magic defense increased by 4% in battle. Now this is pretty good. The problem with it is that those are ranged attacks, and I just don't know. I'm not too sure on that. I do have some others here. I might put on the HP one just because when you give him a lot of HP, you're gonna see a lot from this guy. It's very beautiful, the stuff you can see from him. Alright, so going into the important part here, which is going to be the enchantments, because enchantments is what this game's all about, right? Just kidding. Right? So as you can see, I went with the steel enchantment. So let's go into it here. So I went with the steel enchantment. Now the reason why I went with the steel enchantment is because I really wanted to make this guy beefy. So I gave him that HP plus 10%, and then damage taken decreased by 10%. That means anytime he takes damage, boom, 10% decreased damage taken. And then on top of that, the HP, you want him to have a lot of HP because of his talent. His talent causes him not only to tank more damage when he has less HP, but it also causes him to heal your allies when he tanks damage. So it's just gonna have him, give him a little bit more self-sustain and give him a lot more beefiness. Steel is a solid way to go. Now you could run a 2-piece set of your blues. So you could run a 2-piece of hard rock, so that way he gets defense and magic defense plus 5%, and then a 2-piece of crystal or even ice, doesn't matter, so that way he gets defense and magic defense plus 5%. This is gonna cause him to actually dish out a lot more damage, especially when you use his moves. So when you transfer the defense and magic defense over to attack, when you use those moves, he's gonna dish out a lot more damage, but he's also going to be able to tank a lot just because he has that defense and magic defense increase. Now do note, when you do this though, he is going to miss out on that 10% HP. So he is going to be tanky, but at a little bit of a sacrifice. So really there is no wrong builds there. You can go 2 blues. You can even go 1 blue if you really want. And then, or you can go pure steel. I see a lot of people recommend steel, so I gave it a go and I actually really like it. Now into the stats you should focus on. Now as you can see, I try to focus a lot on defense, magic defense, and HP. I might re-roll some stats here. I'm thinking about re-rolling this one. I know the attack plus 5% is really nice, but I would like to see if I can get some defense and HP in there. I feel like that would benefit him a lot more. I'm not too sure. If you guys think I should re-roll this one, go ahead and let me know. Comment down below. Besides that, I got magic defense here 7%, HP plus 3%, HP 16. I think this is really nice. Then this one's really good too because attack plus 2%, defense 7%, and magic defense 8%. I really like that stats. That's nice too. And then this one I'm not too sure about. I got HP 4%, which I do like, but the crit plus 5% I'm not too sure because crits on him are not really necessary. So if I could actually swap out the crit and get some defense or magic defense, that would be nice too. So that's what I went with my equipment there. But like I said, guys, before we get into the showcase here, like I said, this is all what I feel like is a nice set for him. I am still playing with him. I am grinding out missions with him. I am trying to do a lot with him just to see if there's anything more I can really do to my satisfaction and see if there's anything better, right? Because there's always improvements for characters, but I feel like with him, he's just so complex that there's so many routes you can take him. I feel like there's not really any wrong route. As long as you're happy with the unit at the end of the day, that's all that really matters. Anyways, let's get into the showcase, guys. Alright guys, so we're in the mission here. Now I did decide to do a level 45 mission, no buffs, no nothing. Pretty cool. I didn't even notice that this has the conditions on the side right there. I wonder if that's a PC thing. So I was going to use my Luna for my team here. I am running the Origins of Light team, and I was going to use Luna, but the problem is that my Luna is being currently rebuilt right now. So she would have been very, very, very weak in this mission. And these event missions are super tough and they could really just take you down. So I decided to throw on Leon there, just because you could either throw on Leon or Elwyn, or pretty much anybody that can carry a fusion power, just because then they could just solo for themselves. But we got our boy Juggler over here, and we're going to see what we can do here. Now, I do have Diehard running the fusion power, so we're going to kick off Diehard's fusion power here, and then we're going to have Juggler start moving. So I am going to take my units. I'm going to head over to the right side here. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Head over to the right, well, left side. depending on how you're looking at it. Bottom, we'll say bottom, because that makes more sense. All right, and then we're gonna have our units come in here and do some work. All right, juggler. All right, I see you. All right, should I go after this demon first, or should I go after this dude first? I'm afraid about those mages, those archers, that archer and those mages. What's their okay, so they might be able to, yeah, they'll definitely be able to hit me if I do that. Okay, so we're gonna use beast shock on this guy. Battle cry, all them things kicking off. Got a defense break on him. And 11,000 damage, no crits there, but just pure 11k damage. Let's go. Now, I am running my Freya just because I am starting to really like Freya. Now, a lot of people say once you get Juggler, you can replace Freya with Juggler. But in this case, as I'm running Juggler here, I'm running Juggler in a way that he's an attack build, right? So that means I actually want to keep my Freya in the party, so that way she can tank damage with him. And then that keeps Diehard safe because Diehard now just runs that back line. Sucks that Leon has like 0 mobility on this map. I'm just gonna kick off his fusion powers too. Should I use prayer here? What's prayer gonna do for me? It reduces damage taken. Yeah, we should probably hit that. Hit the prayer. Leon is not gonna get hit by it, but that's okay. I know somebody was asking why is Liana said to be better than Tiaras. Hold on, let's go ahead and mute this real quick. I don't know how loud the volume is. In my headphones it's extremely loud, but could be extremely low for you guys, so who knows. Okay, see what we got here. So that archer did attack Juggler there. As you can see, he tanked the damage and he actually healed everybody on the map. So that just goes to show you how beastly this guy can be. Now we're gonna do a normal raw attack here. Now it says I'm weak against the archer because I'm using flyers here, but do understand that if you attack flyers, if you attack archers straight up, even with flyers, you'll do more damage and they'll do less damage to you just because they cannot take hits up close and personal. So what I am going to do here is I'm actually going to attack this archer here. Oh, I forgot. This dude has guard here. That's, oh wow, 7,500 damage. Still really good. And running him with Tiaras just means that the healing light is going to kick off. So on top of that too, guys, having the behemoth and then Tiaras with that behind there, Tiaras does have a lot of mobility. So she has just as much mobility as your boy Juggler here. I'm gonna have Freya attack here. I know she's not a good attacker, but just to do some damage so that way Leon could finish that guy off. Now Barb did kick off there and she almost got the finish. Beautiful. Right, she's such a beast, I'm telling you. Alright, let's go ahead and take this guy, weaken this guy a little bit here. Beautiful Diehard, beautiful. I'm really loving the Origins of Light team. I really am. Like, Juggler was the one unit I needed to just make my Origins of Light team for me, right? Before, I never used to run the units just because I did like them. Like, I was feeling them, but it's just something about them was just not clicking with me. I was like, man, I'm not feeling these units that much. So Freya's gonna jump in front of that guard. Beautiful. There we go. Healing light kicks off. He's gonna take that, which is a lot of damage, but he did get the Sanctuary Beast to kick off, which is nice. The healing light and all that stuff from Tiaras there. So like I said, he can't tank as much in the current build that I got for him, but he will be able to whatchamacallit, dish out some damage. So now if I did want him to tank a little bit more, what I could do is throw on the Triton here. Now what Triton's going to do for me is it is going to convert let me go into the move here. What Triton's going to do for me is it is going to reach out more while my guard, but now it converts my defense into attack, which means my next move here, so when I move again with him and I attack, it's going to do a lot more attack. All right, so let's see if we could drop down some of these units here. We'll go for the archer just because the archer is going to be really annoying for me. I can only hear Diehard in the back right now just saying, so annoying. Alright, and then we're going to see if we can have our juggler take this magic damage here. Okay, he is going to take it. Did take a lot more there, but that's a-okay. Because as long as you're running him with a healer, that is completely fine. Now let's go ahead and get him at full health and then have him attack this mage. See how much damage we could dish out against the mage. Alright, no special moves, no nothing. Just have him move up and go for the raw attack. Battle cry activated, cutting the mage's defense. And we got 7,800 damage, and then he took a lot less damage. Now, if I let this turn go through and this mage attacks me again, it's not going to do that much because he broke his attack and he broke his defense, right? My juggler is not going to be able to hit him, which is a-okay because he did enough work. Now my Diehard can come in and clean this up. Beautiful. Absolutely phenomenal unit. And if you guys pull this, man, be super excited just because he is a solid freaking unit without a doubt. And I'm a little bit upset with myself that I looked past him and I was like, man, Zoraida. Well, this guy's actually really good himself. Now, before I let you guys go, you know what we got to do? Alright, so you know we got to hit some summons, guys. So we're going to do what we did yesterday. We're going to hit a couple singles, and then we will throw in that multi. I have 23 vouchers. I ended up getting more vouchers just because once I got my 16 SSRs, it did give me 10 vouchers, which is pretty freaking awesome of the game. So, I mean, if we could get Zoraida in a single, that would be amazing, and then I would never, ever pull on this banner ever again. Just because I'm no whale, so I just want my Zoraida, and then I'm good. Then I'm done. Now, I have heard a lot of horror stories right now on this banner. A lot of people, and I mean a lot of you guys, have been telling me that you've been pulling a lot of jugglers, which is a little bit iffy. It brings up my suspicion a lot because I just feel like I'm not seeing a lot of Zoraida pulls, and that's kind of weird. I know some of you guys are actually saying that the rates are fixed and juggler has a higher percentage, but who knows. Alright, I could do 2 multis here, but we're just gonna do singles for 10 times, and then we're gonna throw in the multi at the end there. Now guys, don't do what I'm doing. Don't do it. If you really want Zoraida that bad, if you do have juggler and you do have Diehard, then understand there's a future banner coming up that does have Zoraida has a focus banner with those two. So that means if I pull on that banner, I will be guaranteed her if I get an SSR, which is my best bang for my buck. But being how I really want to bring you guys the Assassin's Creed team, I do want to go ahead and try to pull her. Alright, we did get an SR off a single. That's pretty nice. And it's him. I have yet to look at that dude. Heard he was really good, but just haven't had the time and resources. Alright, I'm gonna move a little bit faster here. I know this is a much longer video, but I know you guys don't mind. You guys don't mind. I hope not. I hope not. Juggler took a lot of time. So, skip over that. 6 more, and now we do the multi. Will the multi be fire, or will it be the shaft? Who knows? I really want Zoraida, though. Alright. Closing in. 5 more. Ooh, man. Alright. feel like singles are definitely a lot more a lot different. Because I mean, there's that chance for that fire that you just get that SSR. Like, I thought that was gonna keep going, which I would have been so freaking hyped. Oh, Freya, definitely take that. Let's go. I think I need a few more of her. I think one more, and then I could freaking 6-star her, which would be awesome. She'll be my first 6-star, which I would not mind at all because she is a beast. And yeah, I forgot to skip that one. Okay, 2 more, and then we get into the multi. Well, comment down below and let me know, guys, if you have been doing pools today and if you got any fire. I hope you guys did. I hope you guys all the time. I really do hope you guys get your awesome pools and can get yourselves your Zoraida or Juggler, whoever you guys are going for, because we all want those characters. But as you can see, the captain's luck is not too great. That's okay though. It's probably gonna take me like 250 more just to get Zoraida, so we hope not, but it could be. All right, so we're gonna hit the multi here. Let us see what we can get. Bada bing, bada boom. Boom, 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 and we're gonna get an SR. That's fine, guys, that's fine. Can it be a Freya though? Please. I'll take Freya. Amilda. Who else? Ooh. 1 SR. Ooh, Silverwolf. I gotta build him, so I'll take him too. Alright, guys. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Remember to... Oh, that was bad. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And if you guys have any recommendations on any videos you want to see me do, comment down below and let me know. Anyways, it's your boy Captain BEARDZ. Peace out.